There are a few things in my life that make me happy: my children, music, reading, and redoing my home. Being the oldest of four children, I had to share a room with my two younger siblings until we moved to San Antonio. There, I was able to have my own room, and I fell in love with being able to redo it. I started with some paint, picked up some curtains, got a bedspread, and a couple other things to match. From there, I met my husband. We married and we lived in base housing where you weren't really allowed to do very much. We moved into several different apartments from that time until we purchased our house in 2003. Then I could not be stopped. My hobby just grew and grew and grew. I started with a toy room for my two daughters. I grabbed a stencil, a couple cans of paint, and I went to town. Back then, chair molding was famous, and I did it in paint instead of wood. So I took my stencil and I went all the way around the room, and then I painted the bottom half of the room the color pink. For my two girls, I then went upstairs and took the paint and painted Victorian stripes on their walls. It was amazing. During this time, I took an interior design class where I learned how to kind of mix things up, what parts of the color wheel went together, what accessories I could use to make the room better, and I fell further in love. Now I have my own house that I have not stopped redoing since we moved in. I found a kitchen backsplash, I found floors, I found paint, I've redone shutters and various other things, and I could not be happier. This is the perfect time to make over the rest of my house, and I cannot wait and see what's in store. This hobby gives me peace, it gives me a little time to myself, and it helps me appreciate the other things in life that I may not because I overlook them. Sometimes it's the simple things that make everything worth the while. I have now learned to match colors better, to look at woods different, and to see things in a bigger picture. I hope to continue my hobby in my house and eventually sell it later on down the line.